Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we check out the Carolina Météore. We're going to take a look at the unbox, and then we're going to go through an in the mix track. Just real quick, the pedal itself is pretty self-explanatory. There's a dark and a bright switch right in the middle, but otherwise you've got just 4 different knobs to control. So right up here is the level. You have your attack here. You have your size, so the size of the reverb, how big it is, and then finally regeneration. An on and off for bypass. Pretty easy in and out with a 9-volt and a Havoc switch, which the Havoc is probably one of my favorite things that Caroline does. It just introduces all of this really cool noise. It kind of overlaps your reverb tones, and you can play over it. You can use it as an accent. You can do a lot of different things with it. And in the track, I'll do that. So anytime you hear like a static or some oscillation, especially at the ending, that is me just holding down the Havoc switch on that setting. It gives you so much extra goodness. For this demo, I use 5 total different settings. Now, one of the settings is the same setting on the pedal. However, I go from bright to dark, dark to bright. Pay attention to if this is on dark or bright. What really got me into them was the fact that it's lo-fi, and it's just a different type of tone overall. I have a Wampler lo-fi delay. And I think it's just a really fun delay. It kind of introduces some artifacts in the sound that you don't get with like a pristine digital delay. And it's the same thing with the reverb. Now, hooking this into the effects loop versus up front, you can get some wildly different results depending on your amplifier. But we'll take a listen to the track and then I'll kind of talk about it. So I hope you dig it. So if you like this track, head over to Patreon. You can become a member. Just introduce super thanks to the channel. So if you want to buy me a cup of coffee and you like the track, you can do it that way. If you want to head over to Patreon, if you sign up, it's $1 a month. You get all the tracks I've ever done in the mix. Free to download, take on the go, which is awesome. All links are below. So back to this pedal. So there are 5 different settings. I use 2 different guitars, a Friedman Vintage T, a Gibson ES335, and the Tele handles most of the tones through an OR100. The setting is kind of posted toward the end, but that is the same same setting I use throughout for all the dirt. I did use the Vox AC30 hand-wired head. I use it on the second channel, and I switch between hot and cool, and really that's just a difference in there's more gain introduced. In the beginning, there's a very basic octave lead. I actually used 2 different settings on the Météore, and I panned them left and right, and what it did, it just created this whole wall of sound, which I just thought was really cool. But then there's different tones for like the lead clean part, the little lead at the end, and then there's kind of another one that sounds like more modulation, but really the room just gets bigger on the pedal, so the size increases. Again, super useful pedal, 5 different settings in this, 2 amps, 2 guitars, and I hope you dug it. So if you have not checked out Caroline Guitar Company, definitely check them out. They make some wonderful effects. I'll be taking a look at the Megabyte here pretty soon. I'd love to get my hands on a somersault and their tremolo pedal too. More to come on them, but if you haven't heard of them or checked them out, definitely check out their pedals. I would highly recommend this one. This is a great sounding pedal. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub.